Hi, I'm Barb from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and today I want to show you how to thread up the cover stitch on this machine. I love it.
Ooh.
Actually, first of all, look at all this up here. What have I got going?
You got a lot of thread.
And so I'm not going to be using these cones. I'm going to take them off.
Oh.
Because if you leave them on there, the chances of having all your threads tangle up together are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using...
Oh, I love these little
I know, I love them too.
instructions.
All right, so this comes with your machine. This is a quick reference threading guide.
Nice.
Comes with your machine. It doesn't come with your machine like this. It comes in a bifold paper.
Just paper?
Well, no, it's a heavier cardstock.
You've laminated them?
I went on the babylock.com and went to the Triumph machine, and I downloaded these. And the other one that it comes with is larger. It's like a larger piece of paper, so you can't really just copy it. But from the website, you can go in and find this, copy it. It makes it an 8.5 by 11, which is easier to use.
Copy it in color.
It copies in color, and I can laminate it so that I don't lose my cards. So I actually just put my card that came with it. I just keep that in the box or store it
just
away.
in case.
So that I always have it, but now I've got this one and I can not worry about getting it wrinkled or, you know. Yeah, it's all ready to go for me. Okay, so I'm going to do thread up for a center needle chain stitch.
Center needle.
Center needle. So this is left, center, and right.
Oh, wow.
And the thing, you know what I love about these thread guides? It tells me everything I need to know.
And it's color-coded.
It is. So I want to have 2 threads on my machine. I'm going to have in the looper, chain looper right here.
Okay, and it's labeled.
It is labeled. And I'm going to have that one in chain needle 2.
Oh, and it shows you
you right on here exactly where those threads need to be.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, so now I'm going to check my settings. My length is going to be 2 to 4 anywhere.
Length is the larger knob.
It is the larger knob. So it's going to be between 2 and 4. So I'll just put it at a 3.
Okay.
And now my width, it's not going to make any difference.
Okay.
So my wee widow knob, my width, I don't have to worry about because I'm not going to use that one.
And it shows with a blank, with a
It does. Right. Stitch selector does not come into play on the cover stitch. And this one, I don't have to worry about that. So that can be anywhere. I don't have to worry about it. Chain needle tension is going to be between a 4 and a 5. Here we are right here.
Okay, I just thought of something.
What's that?
You told me that I didn't need to worry about, what was this?
This my stitch selector.
Okay, how will I know that that's the stitch selector?
It says it right here. There's a stitch selector.
How do I see that it's there? But how do I know?
How do I know that's what it's called?
Yes.
If you have your inspiration guide or your instruction manual.
Okay.
So we talked about having...
So you should learn those.
Oh, definitely. We talked about the inspiration guides before. Now, this is for the Accolade. But if you look in here, the Accolade and the Triumph are much the same in their dials.
Okay.
They're
all labeled there.
It's all labeled. You'll know exactly what you're talking about.
I might copy that off and laminate that.
The whole book?
or else I'd have to label everything. I'd have to write on it.
Some people do. Some people do label everything.
I don't feel so bad now.
But look right here. There's your stitch selector. It talks about it right there.
Oh, nice.
There's your wave selector. I love this book.
Did you say this comes with it?
It does not. This is the inspiration guide. And it is an extra purchase, but it's not that much. I would not have a machine without it.
Really?
And I haven't opened this one yet.
Okay, for the Triumph?
But here it is. And it looks just like the Accolade. I mean, you can see that it's going to open up to all those wonderful, beautiful pictures.
They've taken a lot of thought with those.
They do. Educators write them. It takes about a year to write that book.
Nice.
So it's written after the fact where they've had their hands on the machine. And
so if they would have questions, they can get that down there.
Yes, and if you'll see in here, this will take you through, walks you through everything, tells you what kind of threads you can use.
Oh, my.
And what stitch to use that thread in. It takes you all through all the different feet.
Oh, my goodness.
Shows you how to thread the needles and where the needles ports are.
Oh, wow.
And then
These are great pictures.
They are wonderful.
Look at the pictures.
If you wanted to do a stretchy fabric stitch, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Here's inserting tape.
Tape?
Tape. Sometimes you want to have tape just to flatten that edge down.
What?
We're going to actually do that one here in a minute.
You're
Here's
wild.
a decorative stitch.
Out.
There's a French seam. Sure, and if you want to do a French seam,
you're
there
not
it
just
is.
trying to untangle all the verbiage. It tells for each thing you're doing.
It does. Here you can insert beads. You can put beads on there.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we're going to have to do that one.
That's wild.
And there's telling you how to do ruffles.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that fun? Now that's done with fishing wire.
What?
Yeah, that's what
You
it's
make
done
it
with.
into a wire ribbon?
Well, we're going to do that one too. We're going to do some wired ribbon.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So anything you want to know, this book has it. If you want to
That's
do
awesome.
it, step by step, there it is. I love that.
We got a
book.
little bit of time where we're
Okay.
hunkered down with coronavirus, so we could study that.
Good. All right. Where were we, Kyle?
I don't remember.
We're still setting up our stitch.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
stitch.
All right. So now we have our chain. We got a little sidetracked there.
We did.
What are you doing?
Squirrel.
Okay, there's the chain looper tension. There's the upper looper selector. Now this one right here is in here. I want it down. See?
Okay.
Got to have that down.
Okay.
And that's going to be this dial right here. And I actually already had it down from earlier. So there is it up. I want it down. And remember, I put it down and then turn my hand wheel to complete the
Now that did
down.
not come back up.
It does
so.
not. I'm still turning my things. It is
Okay,
not up.
that's your upper looper?
That is my upper looper. It is down. All right, my blade position needs to be in lock. So I'm going to,
Lock means it's not going to be cutting?
it's not going to be cutting, so I'm going to put it in the
right
lock
there.
position. Now
you'll
it pulls
see.
that blade down and tucks it
Nice.
nicely out of the
Nice.
way. Now it said I need my sewing table on.
Don't you have it?
I do. Let me show you where that is.
That's not that?
This is my knife cover table because
Oh.
that covers up where the knife is.
And does this come with it?
It does. So I'm going to pop that out of there. When I say
Wow.
pop, I mean that really quite loosely because you don't really pop anything.
No, you just
and you can
slide
tell
it in and out.
which side you should be on because the little treads are on the top side where your
Okay.
finger's going to be. Slide that in. Pop
was
that in.
easy.
It's ready to go.
That's a nice little table there.
It is a nice table. You got 5 inches to work with right there.
Wow.
And those little screw holes right there, they would come into play with different feet attachments.
Oh.
So they're supposed to be there. All right,
Okay.
I think we are ready to, oh, we didn't talk about the subsidiary looper. That doesn't come into play
Where's that?
because we have a dash there. So that one right there is
Oh,
this. But
okay,
that
we
one
don't
doesn't
need
come
it
in-
on
We
there.
don't need it on. All right, we are ready to go. All right, we're going to set it up and set this.
Okay, and what is that one?
This is my chain looper thread.
Okay.
I put it up through the top, make sure it's in
Oh,
there.
and it's labeled up there.
It is. Now, the thing that's different is your chain and cover stitch are not going to go through these ports down here. That's just
Okay.
for your overlock stitches.
Okay. How do you thread that? Do you come from the outside
From
in?
the outside up and over.
Okay.
All right, now here's where it gets a little tricky. And even though on this paper right here, they show you how to thread it down here, this part right here was
Oh,
a
yeah.
little confusing to
Okay.
me.
Let me see if I can see that. Okay, yeah.
Okay? I want to
that
make
would
sure
be-
that you understand how that
would be.
happens. The nice thing that they did with the Triumph is that they moved this so it's facing forward.
Okay.
On the other machines, it was flat. And that made it a little harder to thread. Okay, I'm going to put it down through the hole. I don't want
From
to
the
get in
back
your way.
to the front.
From the front to the back.
Front to the back.
Front to the back. I'm
Let
going
me
to go
see that
front,
again.
front to
Oh,
back.
I see what you did.
Okay, now I don't want to get in your way.
Yep.
I'm going to grab it back here, take it under the little wing,
Oh, that little thing. Okay.
up over the top,
Oh.
and there is a tension disc in there.
Okay.
So you want to make sure it engages with it.
Okay. And then around that little thing. Okay.
And now I take it to my lap, so I've got about 15 inches.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put it in this little hole, just a little bit.
And you didn't lick it.
I did not lick it. Make sure I've got it in serging position, lock my
Threading.
pipes in. Oh yeah, excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle. So glad you're there.
I'm getting it.
You're keeping me on track. All right, I got my pipes locked in. All right, now come on over here. I want you to see where this thread is going to go. I'm going
This is
to
for
open my
threading.
door. This is my
This is where
cover
the magic
and chain.
comes.
Yep.
We're gonna look right in
Right there, that
Yep.
little pocket there.
Watch this.
All right, so I'm now going to, there it is.
There it went.
Now I just
And-
leave it there.
Really?
Don't touch it. Just leave
Okay.
it there. Shut my door.
Okay.
Gonna take this out of threading position.
That's all we're threading?
Well, for that part. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, that's right. We have our needles to do. Gotta put that back. All right. So now we're gonna have our needle.
Okay, and that is in what position?
I've got my needle in the center position, so it's C2.
C2, and there it is.
And there it is.
I love that they label it all.
I do too. That makes it so nice. Now here's the thing that's different about the needles with the cover and chain.
Okay.
You see those 3 little ports you have right there. Now if you had it in chain needle 1, you would come down in this one.
Oh, and is that labeled anywhere?
No.
Okay, you're going to learn that when you go to your inspiration guide.
And now back here, you're going to
put
it
back
through
there. I heard it click in
did
there.
You hear that? Let me do that again. Now, this is not the one for where I've had my thread, but I'm going to show you where it goes. This is number 1.
Okay.
Or 3, excuse me. Number 1 is on the left.
Okay.
This one is for the chain needle 2.
That's the one we're going to do today.
That's the one we're going to do today. But notice back here where they pop into, because you want them in that thread guide. They're going to come in and
go to the
pop
right.
to the right. That's
Okay.
right. All right, let's put it back in the right channel. Okay, I've got it in there.
Oh, okay. I saw that.
And it's going to go under.
Wait a minute. Under what?
Under this.
Okay.
And up and over.
Oh my.
Okay, I'm going to put my foot up so that those tension discs are open in there. And then I will put it behind like that. Did you see where I put that?
No, not really.
Okay. That's where I want it to sit.
Okay.
All right, and then I want to trim my thread about right here.
At an angle, and I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. It's just thread, right?
I know.
It's just this skinny little piece of thread.
I know.
All right, now I've got it in threading position.
Okay.
We talked about
We're
that
still
before.
threading.
I'm still in my threading position. Now I will put this down.
And it locked in.
It locks
Do
into
this
place.
gently.
I know. I like to be nice to
I
that.
screwed my automatic threader up once.
Did you? Well, don't do that.
No.
All right, now I have to make sure that I have this in chain and cover stitch, because over there is the overlock. If I had it over here
You wouldn't be able to do it.
and I was trying to thread,
Something was wrong.
yeah, I would think something was wrong because it's not sucking it through. Make sure you have it in cover and chain, whichever needle you have it in there. And then I'll put that about in the right spot for the needle. Push this button. Whoops.
Oh,
I
it
didn't
stuck
get
to your
in there.
finger.
It did. Oh, now it's stuck on something else.
Okay.
So this takes practice. Don't give up.
Uh-huh.
Please don't give up, because it will work. Whoops. Okay, I don't want it stuck on my foot either.
Oh, yeah, underneath there.
All right, kind of got stuck on my foot, but see right there, it is coming out.
Oh, okay.
It is through there. And most of the time, if you have nothing in the way there, it will just pull it right through. We're going to do
I'm kind
that
of in
again.
your way to do all this.
Yes, you are. But that's okay. I like you there.
They need to see it.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it so
right
it's
there.
focused.
Is it focused?
Not all the way. And you have your needle up all the way, right?
I have it in my needle up all the way. You mean up in here?
Up in there, but that when you're threading it, you don't have it down in the foot.
Let me see if I cut it that time. There it
Oh.
goes. See how it pulls
Oh,
it
and
right
it
through?
pulled it right
It
on
does.
back. Nice.
And if you don't have a camera in your face,
it
you're
works
trying
a
to
little
do
bit
this,
easier.
you won't have any trouble with that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
All right, so now I am ready to stitch. Let's
That was
do
it?
That was it. I'm ready to go.
Wow.
All right, so I'm going. Oh, another thing that you really need to remember: you always have to start a cover or chain stitch in fabric. You don't want to. It has to create
Because
that.
most of the time you're starting up here
Yeah.
with your fabric,
Well,
right?
my overlocks, I can start up there, but right here. Oh, I love the sound of that.
That is not very loud.
It is not very loud. All right, so I've got red thread in my top. And
Okay.
there you go. Okay,
Nice.
let's try this again. I just love this.
This is an overlock?
No, this is a cover or a chain. But
And
this
what
is,
do you use
this
this
is a chain.
for?
You could quilt with it. Let's show
Really?
you some things up here that we've done with it.
Okay.
This right here, this is the chain stitch on the serger.
Get out.
This is a cover stitch. So the cover stitch would be the stitches like on the bottom of your t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the cover stitch. This is the front side of the cover stitch. This over here is the back side of the cover stitch.
And you made that as decorative.
Is
and that
decorative.
is the heavier thread
This is a heavier,
you do not put through the air jet.
needle.
Yeah.
Well, you could actually, sometimes this will shoot through. You just
Get
have to kind
out.
of, yeah, sometimes it will. This is Pearl Crown Rayon.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you some of the stitches we have here. This is just a rolled hem where I've created fabric. I put it all together, which I love. I did the same thing over here. I just did a crazy patch by sewing my fabrics together.
And that's just decorative that you put on the top of it after
It
you've
is.
sewn it together.
It is.
That's
Let's
cool.
walk over here and look at this right here.
And you can do all this on this machine.
You can. This is Serger crochet.
Get out.
That's just a 4-thread overlock. You could do that on any of our Baby Lock.
And are you doing a couple rows of it?
I've got four rows.
Okay, I tried it once.
And
it was pretty good.
I love it. This is a flat lock stitch. This is gathering. This is ruching, so I gathered both sides.
Love that.
Here again is more of the Serger crochet in a different kind of thread. The yellow over there was a Pearl Crayon Rayon. This is just a heavier 12-weight thread.
I like that.
Isn't that pretty? All right, here we have a flat lock wave.
Oh,
See
really?
how pretty that is? And here I've used the 4-thread overlock as a decorative stitch.
Oh.
There's the flat lock, the front of the flat lock, I can't even say that,
Lovely.
and the back of the flat lock. So you can use it different ways. This right here is simply made. Yeah, that is just made.
You
with the
made
cover
that?
stitch. Yeah, it's just, I just threaded it right out. I just stitched it
And
right out.
does the inspiration guide give you those ideas?
It does. It's all in there.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I did not know that you could do all this.
This is the back side of that chain stitch that we just did.
Really?
So this is the back side, so it's a heavier stitch, and I love to do my quilting with that.
And what is that? Oh,
That's
you've got
pin tucking.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is fun. All right,
Unbelievable.
and you can put a zipper in.
No,
And
on a serger?
Yep, and we are going to be doing that next week. All right, that's all I want to show you.
Gee whiz.
You've got it.
Unbelievable. All right.
Okay, thank you.